On this episode of Latitudes, we revisit the many islands of the French Polynesia. We also continue our journey through Tahiti and the Marquesas, Australes and Gambier archipelagos. Play with the dolphins at Port Phillip, Australia, and a change of scene from outdoors to indoors at the Natural Museum of London. The Rossi restaurant on the water's edge is well known throughout the Pacific for its magnificent setting.
That looks lovely.
And great food. It's a wonderful place for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and all of the in-betweens. Villa Shawmere is found on the edge of the lagoon, just 5 minutes out of Port Vila. This is a stunning South Sea setting with tables right over the water. It's hard not to be romantic in a place such as this. This superb restaurant also offers accommodation for those wanting an alternative to a large resort. At Harbourview Chinese Restaurant, enjoy authentic Cantonese food, prepared by a chef from Hong Kong. The waterfront bar and grill is famous throughout the Pacific. It's the base of the Vanuatu Cruising Yacht Club and for game fishing. Bring back your catch from the day's fishing and they'll be delighted to prepare it for your evening meal. After such a splendid day, celebrate with a cool beer at Sharky's, which incidentally is open till very late. Mix and mingle, listen to some great music. You can even dance a while and of course enjoy a meal. Crayfish, coconut crab and voulée fish are their specialty. The waterfront is also known as the Magic Castle of the South Pacific. Magicians come to your table or perform at the bar. This place will cast a spell over you, and you'll be back. The Smugglers is a nightclub and sports bar, a den for those who want to stay up and play up till very, very late. It's located in the middle of town. You'll find the office of Horizon Tours in the main street. Go in and see them about taking a tour or arranging a trip to the outer islands. The Apule River Tour is a favourite for many. The traditional wood canoe will be paddled through the steamy jungle. You'll be welcomed to a village full of surprises. Be introduced to the Melanesian way of life. Horizon Tours also offer a tour around the island of Pape'ete. Talk to the local village people and have the opportunity to watch them perform their customary dance. The Adventure Centre near the post office can book you on a sail-away cruise aboard the Golden Wing Trimaran. Sail to Hat Island and Pales Rock for clear water snorkelling, or scuba dive amongst lush coral and 1,000 fish. After lunch on board, you can do a jungle or beach walk, a great day for all the family. Cutting Edge offers adventures for the whole family. Visit 4 deserted islands on a day trip, or you can stay overnight. These safe kayaks are suitable for everyone, with each kayak paddled by its own guide. The Kungula is a wooden catch, operating in the calm waters of Havana Harbour. Dolphins are often seen in these waters. The day cruise includes a delicious barbecue and morning and afternoon teas. The Air Club Villa is located at the International Airport and offers not only pilot training but also scenic tours and charters. There's no better way of discovering the beauty of this country than by air. Fly over coral reefs, islands, jungles and volcanoes. After your flight, you're welcome to return to the Air Club for a refreshing drink from the bar. From the air to the depths of the clear blue sea, Vanuatu is a mecca for divers. Nautilus Scuba offers free introductory dives for the non-diver at different resort pools. Vanuatu is a great place to try diving, and if you decide to learn, Nautilus Scuba is there to help. You can attain your diving certificate during the holiday if you wish. Tranquility Island offers divers a getaway. A dive boat will take you to some exquisite locations. And for those wishing to stay overnight, simple Melanesian bungalows are available. Enjoy comfort and adventure on the 2 beautifully maintained 60-foot motor sailors. There's plenty of room on the deck to dance and romance. Port Phillip Bay is located in Melbourne, Australia. Dolphins have been discovered swimming these waters and have quickly become a spectacular attraction. Port Phillip dolphins are extraordinary. They survive in harmony with the bay's surrounding population of 3.8 million people. Friendly, playful, lively and just outright exciting. Seeing the dolphins can be more than just a visual experience. Regular charter operators like the Deep Blue, Polperro and Looking Good, as well as the ferries Nepean and Farnsworth, also provide an important vigil for the dolphins. During the summer period, these dolphins come to the bay to breed and mate for the next year. However, in very recent times, these dolphins have allowed the people to swim with them. The reason for this phenomenon is still being established, but one thing is assured, swimming with these dolphins is 100% absolutely safe and enjoyable. Whether they're by themselves or in a pod, just the simple sight of these creatures can be exciting enough. You can mingle with the dolphins in the shallow waters of the bay, or happen to catch them out deeper if they wish to socialise. These dolphins are wild, which means they're independent. They're not trained or fed or coerced to swim with people. They only act upon their own will and do it because they want to. Currently, there are only 3 charter vessels that offer dolphin interaction swims, each with their own unique program. You'll be sure to have a delightful time. Whether or not you do dive or just stay on deck and watch from there. One thing's for sure though, you'll most definitely be missing out. People are briefed on the day's upcoming event, ensuring a controlled and safe swim is enjoyed by all. Because the dolphins of Port Phillip are wild, finding them isn't always instantaneous. Radio contact between the commercial vessels provides positive information regarding the dolphins' whereabouts. People are encouraged to help find the dolphins by scanning the water, looking for the familiar dorsal fin. Some people look forward to a spiritual experience. Most are happy just to see a dolphin. Whatever the case, everyone is hoping rather than expecting.
It's coming closer.
The usual cry of excitement associated with a first sighting alerts the rest of the boat. The skipper of the vessel makes the final decision, determining whether a swim with this particular pod will proceed. If the dolphins are feeling playful, they will bow ride. The water on the boat's bow is moving at a similar speed to the vessel, and the dolphins simply surf or ride the water movement without the need to swim. Whether they use this activity as a means of free transport or fun will remain a mystery. The vessel's power is reduced and the boat slowly comes to a standstill. With the snorkeling equipment in place, people are directed to quietly enter the water. If the dolphins are interested in playing or feeling inquisitive, they'll swim down the lines and entertain the people. Whatever performance the dolphins deliver, the audiences are always captivated. The sounds of laughter and squeals of delight, voiced by the twisting and twirling swimmers, can at times be deafening. Immerse yourself in the water and be prepared for an exciting experience. Mingle with the dolphins and lose yourself in the moment. Each dive is a unique experience, which is a sure guarantee that you'll be coming back for many dives to come. Dolphin researchers also patrol these waters, collecting information about the sea mammals that temporarily inhabit these waters in the summer. Their job is to try and understand these mammals and their environment, what affects them internally and externally. The group has been present in its active form for many years now and has pioneered a non-intrusive method of identifying individuals. Fieldwork involves taking photographs of the dorsal fins. This can help the tour guides to identify individuals in a pod and allow the skipper to determine the suitability of the swim. Together, the charter programs and dolphin research teams, as well as the curious swimmers themselves, can help preserve these interactions and the safety of the wild bottlenose dolphins. If you're ever in Melbourne, make sure you visit the dolphins at Port Phillip Bay. A 4.5-hour flight from Tahiti will take you to the Marquesas Archipelago. These islands have a particularly jagged look because they have no coastal plains or any real coral reefs. That's what attracts people to these islands, their unique geological attributes and isolated solitude. You may discover the many mysteries of the young islands of the Marquesas and their elaborate traditions and customs. Mountain waterfalls rush down the vertical cliffs and through magnificent excursions through and around these wondrous waterfronts. You may also discover the stampede of galloping wild horses. The Nuku Hiva and Hiva Oa Islands provide an accommodation for the tired and weary. Walk along the pebble beaches and mingle with the local townsfolk. And see their ancestral sites and ancient sculpture. An isolated and peaceful place of sanctuary on the island, where you can relax and meditate, is at the legendary residence of world-famous painter Paul Gauguin. Beautifully reconstructed, Gauguin's house can be visited, retaining all its former owners' belongings and paintings. You'll have no choice but to succumb to the symbolic meaning of Marquesian craftsmanship and art. These creations of certain renown and the tattooing of the most significant arts of the Marquesian Islands bear much aesthetic value to the creator as well as the buyer. Located in the Tropic of Capricorn and only an hour-and-a-half flight from Tahiti, the Austral Islands enjoy a cooler climate than the rest of Tahiti. The deeply religious inhabitants of the island, with their coral-based churches, attend the mass services enthusiastically, where you may experience a spiritual uplifting and joyful time. You may stay and rest in the lovely little boarding cottages of the local people. Then embark on a trip to the easternmost island of the Australies, Rurutu, where many geological peculiarities exist. Go out to sea and witness the scenic views of the islands from a distance, where you can also catch sightings of whales in their calves. The farming of taro is the chief agricultural activity in the Australies and accounts for the majority of income from exports out of the country. The art of fabric making, and more specifically weaving, reaches its pinnacle here. Traditional rites and celebrations are part of the rich culture of these people. Celebrations like the Tere and May Festival are often celebrated just before sunset. A 5-hour flight from Tahiti is the Gambier Islands, 14 mountainous islands, the largest and most populated of which is Mangareva. Gambier is the cradle of Polynesian Catholicism. Ever since the 19th century, these islands became scattered with hundreds of beautiful stone buildings, particularly St. Michael's Cathedral with its sumptuous altar inlet, richly decorated in pearls and mother-of-pearl. The Gambier archipelagos are richly populated with pearl oysters. Mangareva is reputed to have the best source of fine quality pearls. Its lagoons are littered with many large pearl farming stations, the island's main resource. Their mother-of-pearl arts are also world-renowned. The French Polynesian islands of Tahiti hide many more mysteries that await the avid adventurer. Step through her tropical adorn and discover her many islands of paradise. The massive facade and spiralling towers of the Natural History Museum in London have been a feature of the London skyline for 120 years. Today, advanced technology is used to bring to life the ancient and modern inhabitants of the natural world for the thousands of annual visitors. The Natural History Museum is a firm favourite for tourists and visitors to the capital. But only a fraction of the 70 million specimens of the world's plant and animal life kept in the museum's vaults are on public display. All that is going to change. Waiting round a corner to ambush visitors to the new Predators exhibition is this fearsome spider from Australia. Other computerised models graphically illustrate the astonishing variety of ways animals hunt their prey. A recreation of a tropical rainforest ushers visitors into an exhibition devoted to the Earth's precious ecological balance. And meanwhile, museum scientists are keeping a keen eye on the effects of climate change. The Darwin Centre and its new school facade of futuristic environments will show what has been hidden for many years. Imagine walking through the labyrinthine vaults of the museum where row upon row of shelves, each stocked with specimens of the world's flora and fauna, are stored. Only about 1% of the collections are now on show, and already the Darwin Centre is beginning to reveal all of this, something like 70 million wondrous items from their collections. The centre gives the public a much greater access to the museum's exhibits, and also the science that goes on there. The museum houses one of the world's largest collections of meteorites, rocks that have fallen to Earth from space. They date from the birth of the solar system, about 4.5 billion years ago. Meteorites that originate from Mars are being closely studied for any evidence of past life from this now dead planet. Here, a sample of meteorite material originating in the asteroid belt near Jupiter has been crushed and mixed with fluid ready for analysis. Museum visits have never been so exciting. The Darwin Centre and its unique take on science and knowledge will surely quench your thirst for precise information. And surely enough, not be boring either. Join Latitudes again when we next trek the globe and explore fabulous and exciting holiday destinations. For further information regarding any story on this episode, log on to www.pbtv.com.au. This program is proudly supported by PATA and Always Dive Australia.